How did this get moved? All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. This took me about 12 tries. It wouldn't load. It kept giving errors. Hopefully, this is public because it might not have went public because I kept having to redo the settings. All right, kept having to redo it. No, we're good. All right, cool. There's someone in here. All right, just sipping my morning coffee, looking sexy as hell as usual. Thought I would do a chat for you guys. It took me forever to get this one loaded. Good morning, Peppermint. All right, let me get my links and stuff up. I don't know why it kept having a massive error. It would not end to a stream. Worked on it for like 5 minutes. So let's get that put up. Yeah, I'm just going to push all of that. I was giving advice, definitely by a friend. But yeah, dude, just pimp it in all your lives, man. Just tell everybody you got an OnlyFans. That's how you grow it. Let haters hate. Let haters make videos on it. That's what I need. Let vegan gains let all these other people talk. Talk. Send me traffic. Here's the thing, man. You guys who follow me on Facebook saw my post. It's just like the way dudes are acting about that, man. I put up some shirtless pictures in blue jeans, and you got so many dudes who, how did my camera get adjusted like this? I did not do this. How in the heck did that happen? All right. They keep going on with this nonsense. Shirtless pictures. Now, here's the funny. This is why it's ironic. So there was a trainer. All right, there's a trainer deadlifting 315. He actually looks a little flabby, honestly. I mean, compared to me, he's over here doing his sets of 5 with 225 on the squats, had a 315 deadlift on his Instagram, and he's got several shirtless pictures. Okay, and he went all on there and argued with other people on my Instagram, saying these are gay photos and you lost a follower. But you have shirtless pictures. See what I mean? The dude has like 3 shirtless pictures on his Instagram. And he really probably shouldn't be shirtless, but I mean, I'm not going to hate, dude. I'm not going to hate. People can show off their work no matter where they are in the progress. And I can appreciate that. But he's also marketing himself as a trainer and a coach. All these certifications. But, he got in there and said, this is gay. And it's like, but dude, so then your Instagram is gay. You have shirtless pictures. It's like, it's really strange. Like, dudes have all these ideas of it. And it's like, dude, if seeing me shirtless or in my jeans or whatever makes your brain go to gay, then you're gay. I mean, this is how it works. Homie, come to terms with it. Coach, I have no idea who that Leonardo is. Yeah, I would have thought coaches, well, not necessarily, dude. I mean, they can be catty too. Yeah, I don't know either, Clarion, because realistically, there's been no men involved at all other than me in the production of any of this. Right? All my advisors on it are telling me what I should do with it have been women, like 5 of them. All the pictures are taken by women. All the poses are picked by women. So me being shirtless in a room or with tasteful nudes with a woman taking photographs and then putting it on the internet for a wide mixed audience is G for P. I don't know what to say. So doing stuff with women is gay now. A woman takes a picture of you, it's gay. These are clearly Andrew Tate followers. But let's get over to some other topics, man. Let's talk about some lifting. And quite frankly, man, this is 2025. Does anybody even care if something's gay? I mean, really, does anybody care? Is this even does nobody cares? And by that same token, I'm strictly taco, no burrito, but $20 is $20. You know, $20 is $20, guys. Everyone's got exactly. Everybody got nudes. Uh, I have a couple exes who have nudes, but the beauty of it is, since I know specifically who they are, if they ever get leaked, I know who to press charges against. They both live in places where it's technically illegal. You know, I don't think they won't do it because I can pin it back to them. But yeah, I have at least two exes that have nudes of me. But I think everyone's got some nudes out there. I think most of y'all have made at least a sex tape at some point. Also, I definitely have one floating around out there. It happens, man. I don't think it'll ever hit the internet, but there's definitely one out there that someone kept. Uh, have you been, Clarion? I haven't been asked anything at all. Clarion, no one who follows me has sent me a single message. I have not been asked to do anything. So I have people who are paying. None of them have sent me a single message. Zero. So I've been asked to do nothing. Yeah. I usually girls will try to grow their brand. Hey, fake natties, I feel my upper legs and low back shaking at the start of my deadlift. You think it's a muscle weakness, not keeping tight, or something like lacking in core engagement? They're shaking at the start. It might be you need to get tighter on your setup. What do you think about push pull legs? I literally have client blogs with push pull legs up. I've made videos about push pull legs. So I like 3-day push pull legs. For people who have limited recovery and limited time, I think a 3-day push pull leg is great. I don't endorse the 6-day push pull legs usually. Yesterday I started doing true ass crash squats. Feels like a game changer and really check your ego. It does check your ego. Absolutely check your ego. That's something I'm going to be working on more and more. It's getting my squats deeper and deeper again. So I found the right low bar position to where I can get super deep again. But I'm going to do it with the squat shoes and the sleeves. All right. I'll get a little better stability in that deeper position with the sleeves on, I feel like. Might as well, even if they're cheating. Doesn't matter. This is the standard everyone's judged by. I'm only going to wear the sleeves for back squats. I just need to be doing my strongest versions of the power lifts and then focus on hypertrophy for other stuff. By the way, guys, the twice a week benching, I'm dropping it. As of this week, I'm already feeling it. So I'd said I wanted to give it an experiment. I've been telling everyone I've been training everything once a week for a while. I've gotten great results. I don't hurt, right? So guess what? I've been benching twice a week and doing chest work twice a week for 2 weeks now, and I woke up hurting for the first time in like 6 months. So I've always been my bragging right. I wake up and my body doesn't hurt. No, my whole chest area, my shoulder, all my forearm through here, all of it hurts, both sides. So it's like, okay, that's a warning sign that nope, it was worth experimenting with, but I was right previously. Thought I would give it a try. Now I'm going to just go back and do a shoulder day then. So I'm just going to kind of go to what was really working well. So try to do about 12 sets for my chest. And then tricep work and just leave it alone. Just leave it alone for a week. Because we get splash over. All right. Yesterday I tried, I did biceps 4 times last week. Second day, is that too much? It might be, Clary. I mean, are you recovering? How do your tendons feel? I don't think about raw milk. I have no interest in drinking dirty milk, dude. Right? I have no desire to drink dirty milk. I mean, pasteurization as a process was invented for a reason. All I see is a lot of people with this nonsense. Well, I know the local farmers, and I know that they clean those udders thoroughly between every milking. I've gone and observed it. It's like you're going to do all this work just so that you can avoid pasteurization. Why? There's nothing wrong with pasteurization. It just seems strange to me. Let's go buy your milk. Jesus, people. This is not difficult. People want to make things more complex than they need to. There's enough stuff that's already hard to do in fitness. We don't need to try to find a way to get clean raw milk that doesn't make you sick and go through all this trouble to find the best farmers who do it and go observe their cleaning practices so that you and your children don't die. Why? You could just go buy pasteurized milk. There's no downside to it whatsoever. Coach, you should have a recovery cookout charge. What delusional world do you think $15 a person in that food is not going to cost me a fortune in losses if people show up? And I have crazy stalkers who would call the police on it. So people are always talking about your crazy stalker show. They're not going to show up. They're going to SWAT it. They don't do anything. They're cowards. They'll call in an active shooter like they've done to me before, by the way. You know. So why do this? It's stupid. Yes, I've been called as an active shooter before and had the police show up at a gym while I'm deadlifting. They came in while I'm literally in the middle of a set of deadlifts. Oh, there's the guy as they described him, but they couldn't find the wheelchair. All right. All right. Yeah, they were really confused when they showed up and I was deadlifting and not in a wheelchair with an AR-15. No, they didn't. That time they didn't show up with rifles. That was in someone's front yard. The SBRs. I've been swatted twice. So, but that's enough of that. We don't need to rehash all that. Although the officer did let me check out his SBR. Like after they realized what all was going on, I showed them who I was, and they realized I had been swatted. We broed out a little. He had a Noveski. I got to check it out, hold it. You know, the point man who had it drawn on me. He had a little SBR with a suppressor on a Noveski one. He had like $5,000 in it. It's a nice little rig. But yeah, it's absurdity. I don't know a delusional world where you think $15 is going to buy that. You mean like 150? Is that a typo? And no one's going to show up. I have an international following. I don't have a massive Houston following. I seriously doubt I have 500 diehard fans in Houston. You know, so this is where people forget this stuff. Coach, you generally find you have a good rapport with those who appreciate firearms. I don't understand your question. No, there's people whose guts I hate, and we hate each other who are gun guys. So no, that's not true. So Peppermint, this is the equivalent of going to the UK. Keep in mind, I live in Texas. Going to the UK and say, do people who drink tea get on really well with all other tea drinkers in the UK? And I don't believe you on the fellow drinkers because I've seen drunks fighting in the middle of the street when I was in the UK. They clearly don't get along with each other. So I'm not seeing what you're saying. You know? Should NFA be pinned once a week is fine. Hey, Strong, do they have any evidence of this? It's nonsense. Damn, now I feel silly, Coach. That was a road. Exactly. Like, no, dude, there's people that I know who I cannot be in the same room with who carry just like I carry. It's not a factor. Not a factor at all. And so, because it's like, since everybody I know carries, everyone I've had a disagreement with carries. It's like, I don't hang out. I don't like, okay, we have one guy in my big circle, extended circle. There's one guy who doesn't carry and he doesn't like guns. But he's also one of my bro's uncles and he occasionally shows up with stuff. So I know like one guy who will never carry or own a firearm. I know one. So one of my bro's uncles. Oh, one of my aunts, her husband. One of my aunts has a husband who I don't like guns. So he's big fucking pussy. I told him that. Don't care. It's like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Like, literally nobody asked you. He said in the middle of the funeral. I'm just like, dude, shut up. Like, nobody cares. He shut up. There was a couple of people laughed. I told him, like, shut up. Nobody cares. In the middle of a funeral. Shut your stupid mouth. He didn't know what to say. I don't care. So I know two guys. I know two. A little more common with women. I know a number of women who don't carry. They're uncomfortable with it. But I know two men. Do you think a muscle up is impressive? I don't really care. Yes, I've seen A Clockwork Orange multiple times. I think everybody's seen A Clockwork Orange. It's a classic. I mean, it has its issues, but I thought it was considered to be a classic. In fact, I watched it for a psych class, and then one of my bros put it on when we were hanging out actually last year again. Clockwork Orange. Okay. No, I've never read it. I think it was one of our reading topics for a psych class though, but we also could review the movie. I can't even remember. And H's wife needs to film it. He doesn't actually have a wife, dude. I mean, seriously, he's not actually married. Nobody actually believes that. I don't. I mean, we can joke about that, but he's not. I don't think he really is. I mean, he could be. I don't know. I think it's on the front. I'm a Reddit but needed index for some of the fictional words in the text. Right? Well, I'm not doing anything with his boyfriend. I'm not going to do gay stuff on camera, guys. I mean, sorry. I mean, I'm totally cool with dudes paying. I'll totally take their money. They can enjoy the pictures and whatever. But I'm not going to actually do anything that's actually G for P. I'm just not going to. Is what it is. All right. Well, that shuts that down quick. I've gotten to where when any of these spammers or people message me on my Facebook page, I just send them an invoice for money through the Facebook pay and tell them if they don't pay it, I'm going to come back and block them. Would you bang a hater's wife or a fan? Yeah, I'd consider it. And it looks like he's more of a fan of Fanboy than women. Like TMI, I have done the wool thing one time, a long time ago. Which is ironic that haters throw the opposite and keep calling me a cuck when I have literally done the opposite one time, and I've never done the other. I don't think they realize I'm a lifter. I'm a 220-pound lifter, guy. It's just not. That's not how it works. What's up, Jason HUD? Nate looks like he's more of a fan of the femboys than women, right? He probably enjoyed Thailand, I guess. Do deadlifts make you big? They can potentially, not automatically. They can be part of making you big. Your haters don't realize how high up the food. I think they do, Peppermint. Just because they can't come to terms with it doesn't mean they don't realize it. I don't think most of them actually believe most of what they push out. And if they do, they're mentally ill. It's just their way to poking at it. It's trolling. They don't have to believe it. Because it should be common sense at a certain point. They've seen 40-something-year-old men at some point in their life. So it's not believable that they really believe those things. It's just not. Do you recommend? I don't know, Jason. I forgot what your lifts are, dude. 3x5 versus 5x5 depends on your total recovery. I mean, I wrote a 5x5 as a main one. My original Ice Cream Fitness is a 5x5. But you're not actually a novice. So I don't know why we're discussing beginners. I don't even know what a penile push-up is. I don't know, ZYF. Here's the rule. Sign up and subscribe, and if you have any special requests, you can send them to me. I'm not answering those things here. You know the rule. And repeatedly asking me will get you blocked. Okay? If you want to inquire about anything beyond what you see on the regular OnlyFans after you're a member, then you message me with your request, and I either say yes, no, or name a price. It's very simple. Could I do a simple 3x5 to get strong and muscular? No. You're going to need more than that. I mean, I've got free programs here. I have tons of videos on programming. I have sample videos I've made on just basic breakdowns of simple programs, like in the last month. So you're in the lives every day, so I know you're aware of my channel. What are your all-time deadlift and squat records? We don't discuss my all-time because they're irrelevant. What only matters is what I've done on camera. This is how I resolve a lot of problems. Of anyone accusing me of lying about anything, we only discuss lifts you've seen me do on camera. Nothing else matters. Completely irrelevant. If I haven't done it on camera, has not been uploaded to this channel, it doesn't exist for our purposes. So how are you defining a squat? So like a regular that would ever pass and meet with a bar, like not a real specialty bar, I think like 550 or 545. It's the most I've ever done. Definitely at least 525 with a normal meat legal bar. I might have done the 550 with a buffalo bar. I've pulled 635 on camera with just chalk and a belt. All right. P5. All right, professional scores too much more good. I don't, because you give a reference to your statement. Like, I don't understand. That's like, I think you posted something that I missed before that. So it seems like what you just wrote is the tail end of a conversation that I didn't read. Peppermint Freedom, at this point, with the amount of liars in the game, it's not on camera. Do you even really lift? That's why I respect you, coach accountability. Yep. And so that's the way I'm just going to treat it. If I didn't do it on camera, I'm just not going to discuss it any further. It's just easier. Then there's no debate. Oh, coach, you've never lifted this. Okay, cool. We don't need to talk about it. But you've seen me pause bench 365 for a 2-second pause. You've seen me deadlift 635. So on and so forth. It's all on the channel. So best lifts. I just named a bunch of them, Eli. I literally in this conversation went down the row in the last 3 minutes and gave all of them. Now, if we count the cambered bar squat, which was a little high and I was heavier, I did 605 on that. All right. But at this point, you guys have seen me close grip 365 at a heavier body weight. I've done it a slightly lighter body weight at 365 wide grip, 2-second pause bench. I've done at least a 545 on a meat legal bar at some point on a squat. And I've done a 635 deadlift on camera. What type of programming should a novice do? Because anything under 315? No, not necessarily, Jason. No, some novices, I feel like I've made too many videos explaining that. I don't want to rehash that in a live. I'm just going to get frustrated rehashing 37 videos. No. A lot of novices reach those numbers at the end, some don't. But is it not strange for your numbers to be higher when you're younger and heavier? Marcinio, I don't understand your question. But they're not on camera. We didn't have smartphones didn't exist. They were not physically in existence. So therefore, we're not discussing them. ZY, no, nobody uses ratios in strength sports. They're not even used. Nobody cares. That's not even how we break down points for weight classes. Literally no one who understands lifting will ever use those ratios. Like no serious coach, no one who works within strength sports cares about ratios. In fact, it was a discussion already thrown out the window like 40 years ago in strength sports. They're like, yeah, ratios are stupid. They don't work. They don't work for relative strength. This is known before you were even born in the lifting world that we don't use these. So they use coefficients based on weight classes because otherwise you start looking at some of the strongest men in the world and go, well, they're really, really weak on a relative strength. It's a problem. Like nobody uses it. It's biased towards really, really short people, actually. 5'3" guys have the most amazing relative strength in the world. Yeah. Yeah, you literally look at the strongest men in the world and go, dude, they can't even do it. That's less than a double body weight bench. There's a 150-pound guy at my gym who can do a double body weight bench, and this guy has a world record in the bench press, and it's not even double body weight. What a weak pussy. Like, do you see the problem there? Yeah. Exactly, Peppermint. It's biased towards really small, really, really short guy, particularly height. Dude, 6'2" guys have horrifically bad ratios. The mountain half Thor has really bad strength ratios, actually, compared to elite athletes in general. They're really horrible. Yeah, that's why we have coefficients for that. Yeah, they're biased towards people like him. Yeah, but sure. Yeah, he's got small, under 6 feet, a big list, but no doubt. What? No, that's actually not even true. That's height is not actually turned out to be that big of a factor, and that you can't even pick on the short guys about that. That's not actually true. You can pick on them about a lot of things, but not that. So it's actually been found height doesn't scale to jump size, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean ZY is right. I mean you can pick on short dudes about a lot of things. That actually isn't a legitimate criticism. It's actually not. Um, and yeah, don't make that assumption that because a dude is 6'5" that he's packing 8 or 9 inches, he could have 4 inch. Straight up, dude. It happens. You see some dude who's 6'5", 300 pounds, packing 4 inches. Hey, Charlie, you know the rule. What have I told you guys? I don't discuss any of that here. If you have special requests, you have to message me through OnlyFans. You see what's there, right? When you're a member. And if you want to see anything else, you have to ask me through OnlyFans if I will do it or not. It's very straightforward. What do you think about pelvic floor exercises? I think women should definitely do them. Um, 4 inches is not a lot to any girl, dude. Shut up. I think, granted, women do vary a lot. Um, that's a fascinating topic in and of itself, though, of women's preferences. Like some literally cannot handle average size. There are some out there, but a lot really like big. So it just depends. Peppermint, no, size doesn't matter. Don't listen to that. Marcinio, I've not found that to actually be true, believe it or not. So again, you guys don't really, this is not understanding at all. No. I had an ex who was like 5'8", who she couldn't handle a lot. We got problems. I've known really short girls who like big, so that's not even true either, dude. Um, those are all factors, but to say size doesn't matter to women is not true. It's not true. All right. But yes, there's a lot of factors there. You guys were 32. I got to get ready to go do some deadlifting. I think I'm going to do some glute bridges today. I'm going to try to deadlift good morning and glute bridge. I think that's what we need. All right. So I think it's just about time to wind this down. So I hope it's been informative. I love all you guys and gals, and I'll talk to you next time.